the times they was fucking with me on with comment section, right? So this time they made it extra big, my thumbnail. Let me see. But so that's a good thing. Like I said, the nerds at Google, they're mad. They had all these little henchmen. They got punked out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Out. No self-incriminating. But so anyway, this is how much I got. Whatever. But I barely use it, so that's why it's only $24 supposedly. But okay, so the one I just went to was 10 cent, and so whatever. Either way, it's like the logic is you buying gas anyway, and obviously what it is because it is connected to your debit card. Because at first though, you would just take a picture of your when I first started using it years ago of your receipt. You get a receipt and just upload that. So who knows? As they say, is the information. So anyway, you see all these. I showed you the price, and this is Circle K. I only mess with Shell or Exxon or whatever. Well, okay, but I don't fuck with that Circle K shit. But I ain't gonna go into why. Or BP or something like that. So, all right. So back to her. Back to what I was talking about. All right. So, like they said, the case is, suppose I stopped it. I'm on cliffhanger too. What the lawyer got to say, and I gave my opinion of what it's supposed to be, or what his reason is going to be. Let it play again. And so they're trying to go off of emotion. Look at the comment section. Yeah, you know what? That's the woman that got killed right here. That's that. Well, whatever. That's the one that got killed. And this one, mother and father of murder. They're trying to drum up all the emotions before the trial. And I saw only one comment that says, no, this is United States. She gets the trial. Y'all trying to convict her. Look at stupid comments. Who in their right mind thinks this case could be thrown out? Let's enlarge. This is an old black woman. See what I'm saying? Who in they right? They got these type of witches on here. It's called the law. If they ain't got if they didn't do the right, that's on y'all. If she did do it and getting away with it, that's on y'all because y'all hired them diversity hired cops, diversity hired DAs, and they first of all they was dumb. They put her pictures. It looks well. I'm spoiler alert. Let me just let it play before I give my opinion. They were just basically stupid.
While the victim was at work, Monica Williams, a first-degree murder suspect, was escorted back into Judge Bill Anderson's courtroom Wednesday. The 45-year-old spoke briefly with her attorney, Scott Hall.
I have been retained.
She is accused of shooting to death Anitra West while the victim was at work at this church's chicken and orange mound last week. This all stemmed from an argument detectives explained in this affidavit. However, her attorney says is what you don't see in the report that he could.
That's where I stopped it earlier. Like I said, so now I gave my opinion, and I bet, like I said, $20 because he's saying what you don't see, evidence. Now, back in the day, what I'm saying? Back in the day, they would be like person of interest. That's all she is. They arrested her at da. That's basically what they call judge, jury, executioner. You can't do that here. And everybody in the audience, they trying to get older black women so people go along with it like oh well, auntie, that's not their real, but how that's why they tried to cultivate that shit where you just listen to these old black hoes, auntie, they call them auntie and shit. Everybody there, auntie this, auntie that, you just but these niggas are dumb. That's what I'm saying. They're little effeminate boys. Like when I was 16, 17, 15, we ain't need no community activists. We was getting money. And I ain't talking about just illegally. I was, like I said, my plan, I did. Got me a job and bought my own dope. Because I knew not to let nobody front you no dope. I knew that when I was 12, 13. That's when I first started that. Don't let nobody, it was like 87, something like that. Because they going to want their money come rain, hail, snow. You know, Biggie ain't say that to the 90s, but that was on the streets back in the 80s. They gonna want their money. They want to care. You know, at that age, hell, your mama could have found it and flushed it. You know, or whatever. You know, it's like, no, you're not bringing that. Now you owe this. Now you bought your own dope. Your mama flushed it. You just got to be smarter. Or you got robbed. That's another thing. You could have got robbed by another drug dealer. And like I said, all the crack. That's another thing. I told you they tried to take advantage a little bit because we were younger. Because we were 15, 16. What it was, they were talking about it ain't supposed to. I remember it ain't supposed to be a little bigger. This that like nah, B. You know the rock's supposed to be like nah. You ain't trying to. You know that's the only way they were taking it. And I bought this mine. I bought it. You know I bought the 8 ball. I bought the G. I bought it with my own money. That I you get a job after school job right. And they tried to I'm doing like this because I had grew a long fingernail and I would chip it off with my pinky nail. But yeah, it's like, nah, B, they supposed to be bigger than now. No, that's the price, that's the size. But still, somebody rob you, you gotta take it short, but ain't nobody after you because that ain't their dope. You bought it from them. The same dude could have fronted you, but no, you go there and buy it from him, you all good. He don't care. Come back and buy more. But we never got robbed because ain't nobody. He ain't gonna. But anyway, so this back to her.
Capitalize on.
Reviewing the affidavit, I haven't seen any list of witnesses on this case, so we may be also making a motion to dismiss.
This case has garnered a lot of attention, sitting 5 rows away from Williams were half a dozen of her family members. Williams.
I mean, showing out that's all good, and that's what you're supposed to do. But it looks like it ain't even up to the judge. Like I said, from watching my Law and Order college, lawyer degree, when they in there with McCoy and them, or the DAs, Stone, who was it? Stone, McCoy, they had different DAs, them females, but that they was always tall. It's like they always had some tall as a DA. But anyway, they're in there. Oh, you got to bring more than this. It's not just y'all think it's just TV. That's real. They where do you think the writers get it from? They get it from real life. They wanted a realistic show, so they go sit in, they go this and that and and they pay. That's called the technical advisor. They got cops technical. Like actors talk about how they did a ride along with cops for weeks, so they can play the part. Or like Tom Cruise, going on a Navy carrier and, hanging with, this and that, flying, they try to, it's the same with the lawyers, they're the DAs. That's one thing. The cases are made up, but I'm telling you, it looks like it, but like I said, I don't know if this is what it's looking like. But my point is they're trying to push this so hard with that emotional shit. It's just like the Black Lives Matter riots. Just all emotion, no logic, just it is not. Let the white man know. That's what I'm saying. All that was insulting. That we ain't smart enough to glean that evidence and sift through it and get our own and make our own learned opinion. See what I'm saying? It's like, no, we might not. You can see so that it sounds like they ain't got no evidence at all. The gun, do they have the murder weapon? Again, Law and Order. Go look in the Hudson River. That gun in the Hudson River, They got to get the divers. Where did she or whoever? All you did was see her. A lot of videos nowadays they on camera. That's what you call stupid. They on camera shooting the person. It looks like all they got is her on camera, just on camera, nothing. In the drive-through, and everybody, and it looks like nobody else saw her shoot. They interviewed the victim's co-workers, and it looks like none of them could say they saw anything. So basically, they had an argument. She gets is like, who knows? And see this. You can't play games with the law. It's like it is you. It's not lawyer games or shiesty lawyer. It's like you're stupid yourself if you think you want just because you're emotional about this one, you want her to get convicted no matter what. That's stupid for all of us. That's stupid. And it's not we're not. They try to use that stupid logic. Well, if you what are you worried about? And see, now we know why people say that. People who say that, they're in league with, they're corrupt. That's called corruption. They don't have nothing to worry about because they're corrupt. They're not free. They're not good people. They know that they're protected by corrupt judges and cops and DAs. That's why they say that. That's why they like, don't worry about it. What are you worried about? We're not coming after you. That's not how the law works. You're not supposed to be coming after nobody unless they already committed a crime. That's the only reason you going after somebody.
Who has mostly appeared unemotional, could be seen wiping away tears before pulling down her mask, smiling, mouthing words, and finally giving her family an okay hand gesture. But
that was the family of the accused shooter. Like right now, that's all she is. And now it's looking like they ain't even got no evidence.
Roy says nothing about this case is okay.
Ordinary disputes, ordinary beefs that would have just been at most a shoving match are now fatal.
And see, look, this white guy, Steve, he's a white Democrat. All he's saying, but where's the evidence? You normally, not just on TV, Law and Order, we didn't seen on the news where a DA is like, oh, we got so much, the evidence points to. He's just saying he ain't saying that's what the defense attorney is saying. This guy right here is full of shit. He's saying he's just trying to push your buttons, and he should know that's illegal. That is fucking illegal, and he's supposed to be elected by the people. If you want justice, you got to get rid of soft diversity hire as lawyer. He's white, but hey, you got to get rid of. If you want your loved ones to not get killed, he's the same one letting people go. The real murderers. You know what I'm saying? Not charging somebody else. Oh, he was young, he's 18. He was victim of systemic racism.
Wiping away tears before pulling down her mask, smiling, mouthing words, and finally giving her family an okay hand gesture. But
and see, none of that is illegal. None of that proves guilt. Y'all watch, I admit I watch a lot, but just smiling because she knows this. She talked to a lawyer. There's no evidence of this and that, and maybe the family knows something. It might be the other one. See, the defense, the DA is trying to make it like the girl. Like I said, the girl was the one Joe jacking and da. Even though she's the one at work, it sounds like the other girl came up to get some food, and the girl behind the counter at the drive-thru was talking shit. And if she like that, who knows? Maybe somebody else did smoke her.
Attorney Steve Mulroy says nothing about this case is okay.
Ordinary disputes, ordinary beefs that would have.
See, he's trying to, nothing about this case. Why not? It's not okay. Now, nothing about this case. We got evidence. We got her on camera. We got this and that. We got ballistics. We got the gun. We got this. We got evidence. We got gunpowder residue. We all watch CSI, NCIS. Exactly. We all know the little terms nowadays. We got all this and that. But all he's saying, he's going off of emotions. Your DA should not be stupid like this nigga is right here.
At most a shoving match are now fatal, and it means we need tougher gun laws, but it also needs...
See, exactly. See, that's all. He a Democrat. Tougher gun laws. No, we don't need zero gun laws. We need none. Background. No. If the person is free, if you're a free American citizen born here, or you got your citizenship, that's it. All that stupid, that fool us because we just weren't paying attention. There's none. All of it is about, if what they did was so, to see, that's y'all put yourselves in a situation you can't win. The bottom, no matter what you say, there's nothing you can say. The bottom line is, why is that person free, period? Well, maybe they're crazy. Then why are they free? Why is it crazy that they can't have a gun? Like they can't just walk up and stab somebody. And you see it in New York. People getting pushed in front of trains. People getting randomly stabbed this year. We saw all that. We're not complaining, stupid people. Stupid ass niggas. We're not complaining. This is a fact. People got stabbed. White girls, white liberals. Oh, the little young white, yeah, they getting sucker punched. Sucker punched. New York City. Oh, there's some rich little white girls, 20 years old, live in Manhattan. The folks is rich. This is a fact. Look it up. They up there getting sucker punched. No, just walking along. Remember the girl? She got on Instagram or something live. She didn't even call the police, just crying. Oh, I just got punched. This was a couple of months ago. That's what we're saying. You don't listen to these stupid ass Democrats. Oh, we need more guns. That's all he said. It should have been a shove. We need more gun. That's why that's the whole mission of this whole plan that they pumping this case up. Just more gun control. That's why they had the little girl. I hope you burn in hell. Now that right there. Now if they had evidence, that girl saying that, yeah, she could say that she's on the 12. I hope you die and burn in hell. That's after someone is convicted. That's called a victim impact statement. During sentencing, whoever convicted. Now it's the sentencing phase. That's when you had the family members come. Not right now. This is totally illegal. Right now, y'all trying to stack it. That's called the railroad. You trying to railroad. That's what matter of fact, Democrats. See, as the more I talk, this is like what they used to talk about in the 1950s. A little black boy who just whistled at or whatever. They gonna railroad them into prison with the emotional shit. They gonna violate their rights. But back then it was same Democrats. Back then it was always Democrats doing this down south. Dixiecrats, ain't nothing changed. Nothing's changed. You a house nigga if you a Democrat, a fuck nigga, a slave. So they're gonna try to use emotion. He looked at that pure white woman. That's what they would have said in the 1950s, right? He whistled at that pure white woman so they could. He don't have no evidence. This Dixiecrat right here, this white Dixiecrat Democrat. Trying to convict this black woman with no fucking evidence at all. We need more gun control. Yeah, exactly. It's the guns. But let somebody do a drive-by. I'm pretty sure if you go through this news channel, look at yesterday, day before, Saturday, drive-by, they don't even care about that. Killed 5 or 6 people. They don't even care about that. But they would have, but it fits their agenda or trying to. It's not going to work. We're not stupid.
On bringing these people to justice.
Mulroy also addressed the defense's claim about any possible lack of witnesses.
It is not unusual for us to get convictions based on video surveillance evidence, even if there are no actual live witnesses.
He just admitted that they got people, and it's not unusual. He's a Democrat. He just admitted that they got people in prison with no evidence. That's how confident they are. That's what you call corruption to the core. That's how this nigga has no problem saying they didn't convict it. And these are white Democrats. Ain't no, down there, no. In the Republican town down south, you good. Why do you think they all move away from Memphis, Birmingham? Everybody I know want to move to 280. They want to move to Trussville, to Hoover. This was back in the day. Why do you think I went in the army? Everybody want to get out of there. Not because the Republicans in Hoover, they're racist. No, they trying to get over to Hoover and Homewood. And just like every town, every city, they moving away from these Democrat ass cities. Atlanta, all of them, they moving out. They moving out to the suburbs, to different towns. Where the Republicans rules, you know what I'm saying? Or run, or voted in. And this nigga just admitted we ain't got no evidence, but we gonna hold her and convict her anyway. He just said they convicting her. They ain't got no evidence, no witnesses, and she ain't even know. Because they would post the video if they got her on video on surveillance shooting. They ain't even got that. They're not saying, well, we're just, wait till trial. The DA saying, okay, it's more to come. No, they released what they had. And that's what you call, when they release it, we got a person of interest. We want to talk to this person. They literally, if you go through the videos about this, they literally convicted that girl the first day, last week. Already. It's called judge, jury, executioner. This motherfucker. This is the only time I want to say cracker. A Democrat. This motherfucking cracker just sat here and told everybody that they ain't even got no evidence, and it's not unusual. We gonna convict this nigga anyway. So that's how you know when y'all up north talk about, oh, is that racist down south? You're talking about Democrats, but you're a Democrat in New York, so it's the same party. So it's racist up north too. It's not just down here. They racist down there. They pretty racist down there. Don't they got them sundown towns? What the f? I was like, you know, this nigga tried to tell me that. I heard they got sundown. What the fuck is, I never heard that. I moved down here from New York when I was 12. Never heard. I used to come down here when I was a little kid, smaller, 10, 9, 8, you know, because I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell Alabama was. I didn't know it was that different. All I knew was the city. I did, you know, I guess I'm about 6'5", you know, really, I probably was younger than that, probably 3, I don't know. But, yeah, but, but, you know, recent last couple of, they got, like, when? Are you talking about something like in the 40s and 50s? No, they still got something. Well, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Ain't no way in hell, ain't no something. We go everywhere we want it. Anytime, like I said, if you nowadays they call it the plug. I hate, that's a lame name too. You know, they always try to change everything, right? The plug. What the fuck is a goddamn plug? You know, they tried to change it, just make it the lame and shit. So if you the nigga, right, down south, deep south, everybody knows some white boys in the country. And honestly, if that's your homie, you want to ride with him to deliver a package, because you know all the little country Betty Janes down there. So you want to go with this nigga and hang down there for a day or so, you know, while he make his delivery to the country, you know, the country dope dealer, you know, shit. We from Birmingham, nigga, shit. Ain't no sundown town, no, shit. It's like this, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know these niggas fake, phony, wannabes. Like, shit, hell yeah, nigga, let's go. You know, but you still, that's what I'm saying. Drive straight. You follow the rules, nigga. That's what I'm talking about. All these the black guys matter. They getting pulled over because they doing 75 or 85 in a 70 zone or something. They're talking about racism. No, nigga, you were doing 80, and you know you was riding dirty. That ain't no racism. You got pulled over down, you know, in this small town outside of Birmingham, you know, that 30 miles outside, or 40 or 100 miles. No, you was speeding. All you had to do was drive like you got common sense. And you have fun, you know, they show you some love and let you kick it for a couple, you know, whatever. Then you gone. Ain't no racism. Your ass up there goddamn driving like like you Kyle Petty or something, or you the first black NASCAR driver. You know, and nobody, and you notice more than likely that person that was speeding, he wasn't in the line. He was speeding by himself. He was the only ones. The white folks, they don't speed in their own town. They police the, see what I'm saying? You the only one acting the fool. Now I ain't even talking about this new age shit, you know, them donuts and sideshows. No, I'm talking about, you know, back in the 2000s or whatever, 2005, 6. But anyway, back to this. This nigga just admitted they ain't got no evidence. This cracker, or whatever you want to call him, Democrat.
Based on video. And most a shoving match are now fatal. And it means we need tougher gun laws, but it also needs we to be extra vigilant on bringing...
You know he ain't got no case. That's why he trying to try it in public. And everybody know the court of public opinion. Ain't nobody, any sane person, any high school graduate, you ain't got to be a college. No, bro, we not going that. It's called the slippery slope. They'll teach you that if you go, like, take criminal justice in college. We're not going down this slippery slope.
These people to justice.
Mulroy also addressed the defense's claim.
That's why they keep having news. I mean, the news reports with the mama. I'm talking about her mom and dad. You know, they're like in their 70s. They got the little baby. All of them. They're trying to convict her with just emotion.
Any possible lack of witnesses.
It is not unusual for us to get convictions based on video surveillance evidence, even if there are no actual live witnesses.
As you heard, defense attorney...
He's trying to say no live witnesses, but that means you got her what? Do you even have her going in her car, getting a gun? You got her on video just arguing. That's circumstantial. And then she gets in her car and leaves. That's what you showed the public. You ain't got to be a 4-year graduate of law school to know that you don't have anything. That's what the lawyer is, her defense. Y'all tried it. Right now. That dude is confident because he know he's a Democrat and they're in power right now. And this is one of their plays for that goddamn. We need more gun control. That's why they keep pumping up this story. She's a mother, and any sane woman is like, when I was a kid, my mom, you wouldn't get into arguments. I got a kid. See, that now all these so-called grown women. She's 48. And she up there trying to fight while she at work. One, you got a kid. You need that money so you ain't fighting with customers. Even if you do know her, it ain't no, oh, I'm gonna catch you around the hood. Because it turns out it wasn't about a messed up order. She probably did mess up an order on purpose. Because they said it's an ongoing beef between them two. They know each other. So it ain't even, oh, okay, I catch you, meet me when I get off. None of that. You a woman. And she got a husband. Why are you up here trying to fight? And like I said this a couple of days ago, if she was outside, that means, yeah, they said she was outside cooling off. That means she was arguing, she was jaw-jacking back and forth. And so the Democrats, they're trying to, but that don't mean she deserved to die. That ain't, first of all, like I told you, gangster shit, it ain't about you deserve to die or don't. It ain't about who deserves or don't die. Who deserves to live? Nobody. That ain't how it works. You're supposed to learn that as an 8th, 7th grader, especially if you live in the hood. You've been learned that. It don't go by deserve. You running your mouth, that means you know what you doing. If I'm talking shit right now, I know what I'm doing. I've been told you, y'all the ones ain't ready for this, and I've been told you years ago, y'all gonna get killed trying to be like me. You don't know what you're doing. Just talking. I don't just talk shit. I think most of y'all know, really, like, damn, my life was flashing. Yeah, your life was flashing, boy. You're welcome. That's all I can say is you're welcome. You don't owe me anything. I'm humble. You're welcome. But anyway, this is like, that's not how it works. And that's not how the Bible works. Seriously, mainly it's not. And mainly, remember I told you, but ain't shit. It's the Bible. It's nothing but the Bible. It is. Look, especially the Old Testament, but even the New Testament. Just because that's what you're trying to do, talking about that's what Democrats, witchcraft. That's witchcraft, trying to do good all the time. If you feed the homeless, they don't put a magic shield around you. You gotta raise, it says in the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. You gotta whoop your kid as a kid. All that to keep them out of trouble, keep them from running their mouth, all that shit. Matter of fact, like I said, they even had her parents who didn't whoop her ass when she was a child. Maybe she'd be alive. Y'all don't like talk like this. Y'all get offended. But like I said, that's why you wouldn't come to my church. That's why I never be, I ain't gonna be a preacher. You don't want to hear the truth. Y'all want to feel good. Tell what them, oh yeah, everything's gonna be, you gonna get blessings. Nah, I ain't finna blow smoke up your ass. You're evil. That's, yeah, from what I see, you're just fucking evil. Now, they had the parents, but like I said, so they had everybody, the daughter, the 12-year-old. That means right there, that DA is worthless. That DA is worthless. And I bet they think because he's a white, stupid black Democrats, they do. The white man. But when they want some, like this, they, yeah, he's the ultimate authority. You see what I'm saying? That they're house niggas. They're slaves. They can't think for themselves. And that's what they got mad because we're waking up the rest of the black folks who really, I think, they were smart. I'll even say like Amber Rose. I use her. Remember I just did that video when she was at the Republican convention? But she admitted it. She said she was just scared of the backlash from the Democrats, her own people. She would have been called sellout. She wasn't. So it sounds like she's smart enough to know we wasn't going to do nothing to her, her past and don't nobody judge. But you're not finna get in the leadership, but hey, you come kick it, all that, yeah. You got some ideas, but nah, you're not gonna be a role model, but it's all good. But You know, if you got daughters, it's like, nah, you're not. That's just the end of it. There ain't no, oh, but look at all the good she's done. You know, because more than likely, just like with Kim Kardashian, she made all that money hoeing, basically hoeing, and give some away to homeless people. Now she's supposed to be a road. No, no, no. Ain't nobody mad at, yeah, that's what a judge is. No, we tell the truth. Yeah, she ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody hating. Y'all hating, not at all. What we know is an agenda as far as you even them two even get famous in the first place. But so that's the only reason I'm weary of Amber Rose is like, did they think that she was gonna come up? We're gonna be starstruck. We're not starstruck on anybody, not even Trump. Our admiration for him is no different than, and y'all, you know, communist, especially his age, he didn't serve in the military. It's either way. He's the president. He was the president, and I say still whatever, still is. Well, you know, YouTube, give me a strike, but whatever. He was the president, so that's it, and he did a good job. There's no different if you got a good, if you was ever in the military. You ain't had to be in the military. You ever had a good supervisor? That's all that is. It ain't because he was with cult. No, you know, so you're a cult follower of your supervisor, even at McDonald's or Target, or you know some serious, you know, real. You had to study. Yeah, you a surgeon. You had a good chief of staff or whatever it's called. You got love for that nigga, you know, or a chick, you know, she was a female surgeon, chief surgeon, but she was fair, all this and that. And when you had problems, she stuck up for you, all that shit, just like in the military, you know, whatever. Yeah, you got love for them. There's not no cult. That's what. That's how you know Democrats are all bums. Communists, they don't like to work hard. They don't have. They don't understand all. They really thought they was gonna stop us from supporting Trump with all that stupid shit. Oh, it's a cult. Oh, your guy. They said your guy Trump. It's like that's not it. That's how you know. That's how we know for a fact you're a bum. It didn't for a second. You didn't dissuade us. We just know you never worked anywhere. Never had no ambition. Never did. Yeah, you're a bum. If you don't understand, if you can't feel it, exactly. The Holy Spirit. If you can't feel it, you're none of God's. You're none of. You can't feel it. It's like okay, but you all good. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're not like y'all. And like I said, this dude literally on TV just admitted they ain't got no evidence. But let me show you another one. They barely put Birmingham news in my feed. I forgot all about it. But they must have wanted me to see this. And you know, the people I still talk to, they don't, you know, like I said, they got money, you know. I don't know what to say. My high school buddy, you know, they got money, houses, cars, businesses, all that shit, right? But so they don't talk about this because they matter of fact they don't even live in Birmingham no more. That's what I'm saying. No, but you know they still got the houses in the hood and a few niggas and contacts. But anyway, so I saw this the other day. They put it in my recommendations. They wanted me to see it. You know, because they only put Chicago and New York, and I just don't look up. I don't look up none of this. If they wouldn't put in my recommendations, I wouldn't see any of them. Any of them. Chicago, LA, Atlanta. And so I saw this headline, and then I looked at the news, and I know the news channel because I've been seeing it ever since I was 12, since I moved down south. So, okay. But if they're putting it in my recommendations, they're doing this. YouTube is doing it on purpose. Yeah, I saw Aunt of Quadruple.
More now about that senseless.
This is what I saw. Aunt of Quadruple homicide victim speaks. Then I looked down. WBRC. Oh, okay. Quadruple homicide. Now this is on the north. Well, the reason I'm even gonna say something about what side of town it is, because I never, high school, we never. I barely. And then when I got out the army, I had a joke. I did. This was way before I even decided to leave. You know, this is when they was fucking with me. I lost everything, but I still had a few homies when I get out the hospital, the VA, the psych ward. Not just times I was in there for my kidneys or whatever failure. And you know, so Only thing I got back to come back with is, I call them near do wells, but uh, so at least they were the only ones there for me. Everybody else, and then I understood a little. The rest of them they had jobs, real good. That's what I'm saying, good job. They doing good, but they're Democrat. I mean, one day they questioned me. I mean, recently, the only one that I talked to like that, he was like, so you don't think they need a handout? I'm like, no. This and that. He's like, you got a handout. I'm like, I know you did not just call my VA check a handout. And you know me before I left. I mean, is that most of the stories when I talk about this and that and how we learned this and that, like, okay. But he got mad and hung up on me. I think I told that story. And I thought it was funny, hilarious. I'm like, this nigga just hung up on me. I had that blue truck. And I'm like, he just called this time. And he was really mad. And then he called back the next day, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He got hung up. Oh, I'm like, nigga, I was laughing so hard. Because I'm like, that would have been one of our favorite jokes in high school. Because he hung up on me like a bitch. Like, nigga, you just hung up on me like we boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, I pit, and I'm the man, and you the girl. That's what I told her. I said, nigga, did you? That's what I said. I was driving. I'm like, did he just hang up on you? This nigga just okay. I was laughing there. I was doing something. I was busy or something, but it didn't matter. Then he called, no, you good? I'm like, you okay though? Yeah, exactly. Are you okay? But anyway, so quadruple homicide. Oh, no side. All right. I don't know. I barely went on. I barely worked over there. Labor finders, all that day labor, or when I was trying to get rid. Oh, you know what? The only time I went over there, because North Side is where one of them old ass factories. Like I said, but when I was in high school, one of the girls, a lot of times, yeah, or whatever. It used to, like in the '60s, '70s. If you ever had back in the '80s, a lot of us had somebody in their family. They was talking about who always would buy a new car every year. One of their cousins, because he worked at U.S. Steel or something, or one of the pipe factories. And it got to the point he would just trade in a new Cadillac. I remember this, and now it's a ghost town, because they just put it overseas, right? They burn the cheap steel from it. They could fire it back up, but they won't do it. So it's a town, so all these houses are like abandoned, and the plant, it got a skeleton true, because that's the only, I went there. And one of my older homies, like when I was in ninth, he was in 12th, he worked there. I think he probably still do. It's like a skeleton crew. And I tried to get him to put me on, but he tried. He really did. Matter of fact, he gave me the advice that in like '03 that made me, no matter what the gang stalkers were doing, he gave me the advice that made me go buy my first house to rent out, and that's why I'm still doing it. He always looked out as best as he could, because he really wasn't like that. He from the block, my block, but so he's working there with U.S. Pipe, and oh, listen, man, I couldn't though. He still, wasn't nothing he could do, and probably because of the gang stalking shit. But he could at least give me. All right, so anyway, this is this side of town, right? And my joke was, it looked every time I'm over there, a day like today, the sun never shined. Like in everywhere else, anywhere over Alabama, put it like north. It was a joke. I don't know. It was always overcast. I said, damn, this shit got, I was talking about our neighborhood. I think ours was the worst, probably in Alabama. But I'm like, maybe in the whole, whatever. I'm like, it's like something evil, like a movie. I'm like, why is North Birmingham always, it's a bridge, it's always cloudy. Then I leave, but I only been over there a couple, so I just chalked it up that I only been over there a couple of times, But anyway, so let's play this. Ain't funny though, but let's play.
Violence in Birmingham. Breaking live at 5. We're hearing from an aunt who is now grieving the loss of her nephew who was killed in that quadruple homicide in Birmingham Saturday. And sadly, she lost her son and another nephew to mass gun violence this year. 14 people were shot.
This year, 14 people shot that night, Saturday. What was this? One day ago. Oh, this was yesterday. Okay. So this weekend, last week, 14 people shot. North Birmingham. Like I said, it was always. Okay, maybe I was the joke was I was thinking more of myself, my gangsterism. Like even I don't go over there. It's what I was saying, and I was like, shit, there were, but it was like more evil. Not even like gangsters, just like just something. It was always cloudy. Like why is it always fucking cloudy? And if you look or pull up this, it looked like it's cloudy in this video.
39 on 27th Street North, and sadly, 4 of those victims died. Tonight, we're talking to 39-year-old Stevie McGee's aunt.
Your reporter Bria Chapman live at 5 with what this family describes, Bria, as a nightmare.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. It's a really sad story. So I spoke to Miss Mary Holmes, who you all may remember when we spoke to her back in February, when her, along with her little brother, lost both of their sons in a quadruple homicide in Smithfield. Well, sad.
Yeah, damn, that was just this year. And she that. And see, they keep these Democrat shit, man. Y'all are crazy. Now Smithfield, I definitely know. I fucked around Smithfield. See, her nephew. You can say, well, her nephew was into this. I know that. You know, it's just. But they want to keep it as whatever. All right. But my point is, y'all want to act like Republicans are racist and da 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 da. And so it was a quadruple shooting murder in February that involved somebody in her family and another part of town. And again, it's like whatever y'all done did, every time they come get y'all, they don't just shoot one person. They kill 5 or 6 people at one time. Y'all really need, you know, it's Birmingham. You look at Auntie. Y'all really need to have a talk with Jesus. Seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. Y'all need something.
I believe this time it's her sister who's
you know that church song, have a little talk with
oldest son to gun violence. He was headed to a party late
Saturday
go
night, with that gun violence.
One he didn't even make it inside of before he was gunned down.
I was in the bed when I got the call that my nephew had been killed in North Birmingham. And I just got there as soon as I could to find him laying out. He was laying out in front of the door. I don't even think he made it in the building.
Mary Holmes described seeing her nephew, Stevie McGee, lifeless outside a family member's birthday party on 27th Street North. This is the second time this year their family has dealt with this type of tragedy.
And had no idea we would be doing this 5 months later. I had no idea that we would be doing this.
Yeah, I could have told you, but I'm not being sarcastic or funny. I could have told you. It's like, yo, that was, you know, remember how it wouldn't be me? It would not be. At this point, you know, and like I said, remember this one with the Black Lives Matter. Remember they be talking about people like us. They would tell, well, yeah, well, it's one of y'all. No, my cousins, my friends. We don't. But at the same time, see, basically okay, so I do got a lot of people that I've known, been on First 48, this and that. But like my immediate, no, they're not, and not with the police or not on First 48. You know, it's always off, you know, this and that. Somebody that we know that, yeah, it's almost like if I was talking about it, it is like, oh, my next door neighbor or my cousins, friends, this and that. My folks, nah, they not going out like that. It's like, I ain't got to worry about that. You know, well, what about innocent about that? Like I said, my age, nobody. What about y'all, the kids and You don't get no girl pregnant. Back then, you ain't get girls pregnant, you know. And everybody I know, kids is in their 20s. And yeah, there's nobody. You didn't get the hood rat pregnant. No offense, you know, whatever. Everybody I know, like I said, it wasn't a thing. We didn't have to talk of, oh, she's this and that. You know, you naturally, you're not gonna wife her up. That's what I keep saying. That's what all that don't slut shame and Amber Roses and, you know, what I'm saying her name because she's in my mind now because of the RNC convention. You know, Megan that's what they're pumping up, and they've been pumping it up. You know, I told you they got rid of gangster rap in the 90s. So, you know, they started putting out, you know, the puffy rap. And the hot boys, Lil Wayne and all them, I got more money than you. And see, they keep talking, we complaining. Ain't nobody complaining. We're just telling the truth, spitting game, the facts.
I know God have a plan and we don't. And I trust him and I believe in him.
That's what I say. This is one of them church ladies, yeah, God has, but see, at this, now I'm older. Now, and I done read, and I done seen, I ain't kid. It's like, yeah, but the plan, he already told you the plan. Y'all won't listen to us. Hey, we're right, but like didn't I just say that last week? By the fruits we bear. Your fruit are getting, it says it in the Bible, get thrashed, and thrown into the fire. Your fruit is getting, your harvest, like on a horror movie, that thing, the thresher, you won't listen. Our fruit is doing fine. That's how you know. Y'all can keep talking. It's just like it says in the Bible. Everybody that says my name, Jesus himself. Everybody that's calls, Lord, Lord. Everybody calls on me. I never knew you. That's what we're telling. Just because somebody wear a cross or say they believe or talk like her and she's black and that lady, I don't know for a fact. I can't say this. She could be a straight up witch. She could literally believe in the devil worshiper. All that. It says that in the Bible. You don't know that. And like I said, but how do you know? By the fruit she bear. Like she keeps saying her kids, her family keep getting cut down. Do they the thorns or thistle? That's what it said. I don't know. You look it up. Just type in the Bible verse that says, about fruit, the bear. Look it up. Is this tree your grapevine and got big old juicy fruit, or your peach tree or your apple tree, or are they dried up or this and that? Because whatever, you ain't do right. You ain't planted right. You ain't cultivated. You ain't do this and that. See what I'm saying? Y'all listen to these Democrats. But this sun tearing up my knee right now, and it's finna start tearing me up. So that's all I had to say for now anyway. I'm out of here.